this is Vincent with SCA Iowa and another introductory video for the Society for Creative Anachronism. The SCA is a worldwide historic recreation organization dedicated to recreating all the best aspects of the Middle Ages. Anything that was made, used, consumed before 1600, we have friends who enjoy learning about it, exploring it, trying it, teaching others about it. It's a way to explore history hands-on. This not only happens at local meetings, but also at events held across the country and around the world. But what do our members actually do when they're participating at these events? What they do is they have fun, but different people have fun in different ways. For some people, when they arrive at an event, their fun might be going to find their friends and working on a project. For others, it might be picking up their bow or their axes and going off to the archery or thrown weapons ranges and challenging themselves with the shoots. For some, it might be unloading their horse and going to the equestrian field. For others, it might be martial activities, putting on their armor and going out on the battlefield. For some people, their fun means that they go take classes. They learn new skills or new information. For others, it might be just hanging out with friends and participating in whatever strikes them for the day. There's not just one path to adventure within the SCA. There's not just one path to fun. And there are many different kinds of fun that people have when they're participating at events. It really comes down to what your interests are. What interests you? What do you have fun doing? Now, there are some things that we all have to do when we're attending SCA events. We all have to sign in at the registration table, pay the site fee in order to help support the event. We all need to throw on our garb, our historic clothing, whether it's a complex outfit or a simple tunic. We all need to have that attempt at historic clothing in order to participate. Beyond that, what people do is they follow their fun. Now, your fun that you follow may change from year to year, from event to event. It just depends on what you're interested in doing. Let's talk about some of these. For some people, their fun is the martial activities, like we mentioned, out on the battlefield or the archery range. Now, there are about 9 different types of martial activities that people participate in within the Kingdom of Calontir, and we have an entirely separate video talking about these different activities that you could choose to participate in. For many other people, what they do is they help the event actually happen. They help out with service, whether it's helping to sign people in at that registration table, helping to cook a feast, or even just helping to take the garbage out. People help out to make sure that these volunteer-run events keep going. For some people, their fun may be pursuing the arts, the decorative, creative things that people do as they're exploring the past, learning the skills to recreate these objects that have been handed down through history. For other people, they might be exploring the sciences, very closely related, but the more practical objects, the tools, the practical skills that people used in the past. People could be exploring these, teaching others or learning about them. Speaking of which, this cycle happens all the time. This idea of people researching, learning things, and passing this knowledge on. It often leads to people wanting to make, to do, to create, go beyond just simply learning about something from the past, but trying to do it themselves. This leads to a better understanding by experiencing the past, trying to recreate the entire experience of some object, some skill, some situation. And then, of course, once you have this better understanding, you're likely to want to teach others about it. Creating a cycle that repeats itself over and over again of learning, researching, doing it, experiencing it, gaining a better understanding, and then teaching others about it. It's what our hobby is about. Now, if we talk about what people are doing at events in a slightly different way, we can use the name itself to help explain this. Society for Creative Anachronism. Anachronism being something out of time. The history aspect of our hobby. Yes, it involves historic recreation. But also the creative aspect of it. making and doing things from the past. And then the society aspect of it, the social part of our hobby. It is a social organization where people are coming together for these activities. So really, quite often people are finding their balance between these three areas. For some, they may be much more into the making and the doing, the creative aspect. For others, it may be very into the social aspect of the hobby. But whatever you do, you're probably going to find your balance within these areas. Hopefully this leads to you finding your path to fun. Now, we provided a bunch of other videos for you to explore, more specifically the arts and sciences, or the martial activities, or the social aspects of the hobby, and some steps that you can take to begin participating in this hobby. But all of this fun happens at events or at local meetings. Make sure that you look into what it takes in order to discover where your local meetings are being held and what events are coming up so that you can discover your fun.